Good morning, everybody. Mike Vaki, Princetontrader.com, here with your Wednesday morning pre-market webcast. Okay, so let me start off by saying I apologize for not doing the public webinar yesterday. What we've decided to do is we're going to do a little bit of a change in the content schedule. We're going to do subscriber webinars every other week and public webinars every other week. So we went ahead and did the subscriber webinar yesterday, kind of to get that ball rolling. There were some very room-specific things that we needed to discuss, so I needed to bump the public webinar to next week, but we'll do the Princeton Trader 101 webinar next Tuesday. It's already on the schedule. We did a little preview of it yesterday. It's going to be awesome. So apologies for the last-minute change, but we had to switch our calendar up a little bit. Okay, so every day this week, the Bears have pushed it down in the overnight, only to have the Bulls bounce it in their face, basically. Tonight is the third trip down to the low 60s. We traded as low as 25.62. We've got a little three-handle bounce right now, up to 65.75. We really have to take a wait-and-see attitude with regard to the Bears and how they're going to produce, whether they're going to continue to produce lower lows throughout the course of the day or whether they're just going to get V'd and we head back up towards the area of the daily midband and weekly pivot. So you see the daily midband there, the green line. It's been challenged now for 5 sessions in a row. What I was saying yesterday is typically that indicates to me that we're going to do the next step. The next step is, which is basically, heading to the lower level. 25.55 is your lower level. One of our basic tenets of trading the E-mini: upper band, middle band, lower band. Lower band, middle band, upper band. So when you pound on the mid band for 5 sessions, what that tends to say is that it's ready to go down and touch the lower band. That's not necessarily bearish. It's just the next thing. Looking back at the chart, bounce off the lower band, bounce off the lower band. We rode it a little bit back here, a little bit back here, but generally, going to the lower band tends to be a buy. And if we, if we do that again here, my first instinct will be buy. What we're seeing now is this third trip, 1, 2, 3, from last Thursday to today, our third trip into the lower 60s. What I'm looking for on a bounce today, I suspect that they're already trying to bounce it, is, and basically where we stand in the room is we got short the close. We got short the close because they spent the entire day yesterday below the weekly pivot. We had weekly pivot resistance. We got short in the 77 area. We took profits. We took more profits. Right now, I've got a stop in at plus 10 handles, and our day is done before it starts. What I'm going to be looking for in a bounce is how it handles the daily midband. That's way up here at 74, right by the daily pivot. And you got the weekly pivot up here at 78. If things like the hourly midband hold in price, if the daily midband holds things in and you make another lower low in this situation certainly opens 25.55. That's the area of the daily lower band. And like I said, how it reacts down there is how it reacts down there. But we continue to get overnight pressure, intraday bounces. Overnight pressure, intraday bounces. We'll have to see, and you can see it here on the chart. Overnight pressure, intraday bounce. Overnight pressure, intraday bounce. Overnight pressure, intraday bounce. Overnight pressure. So it's been 4 days in a row now, actually 5 days. You can call this overnight pressure from an all-time high made at 9 p.m. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I can count. 5 sessions in a row. I need more coffee. If the during the day bounce goes away, then we'll get that one directional day down to the lower band, and we can evaluate it then whether or not it's a buy. And like I said, chances are it will be. All right. Everybody have a fantastic day. I'll be out with some content today, midday, and at the wrap up on Instagram and Twitter. If you want to learn more about us, come on in and check it out. It's a lot of price, risk. We would love to meet you. Great group and a profitable group this morning. So take care. I will talk to you then. Trade them well. Follow us over on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat at Princetontrader. Check us out on Facebook and join us for a free trial at www.princetontrader.com. Trade them well.